Hey everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the New Beginnings update for Soulstone Survivors. This one has gotten some seriously mixed feedback to the point that they reverted the update, except for, you could go and get the update you want if you want to on the Steam page. You just have to go into the properties to turn it on. Anyways, we're going to try a max difficulty run here and see what this is like. I did one run at like 48 curse level, I think. And I thought it was pretty good, but let's see what happens at 60. 61. We're playing the new Monkey King character, who I thought was pretty cool. I did one run, and I kind of liked some of the changes. It didn't feel so much like I was just constantly avoiding bullshit on the ground for a while, but I will say I understand the problem because the bosses felt incredibly tanky. And I know a lot of people play this game for like the power fantasy, right? Of just like constantly leveling up and whatnot. So when you don't have that, it's kind of weird. Apparently like XP got cut in half in the late, like when you go into endless mode or like overlord mode, which is like the two post-run modes. I stopped at the normal time because, well, I didn't finish in time because of how difficult or how tanky the enemies were. I will take 30% more lightning damage. We are using his second weapon, which is a lightning themed staff. His basic stuff is all earth elemental skills, but we've got some lightning stuff going on here. It already seems like there's a lot going on the screen. There's been a lot of changes, like a lot. I'm gonna take an earth skill here. As far as powers and debuffs and whatnot, I think one of the reasons the damage went down and whatnot is because you can't really stack debuffs like you used to, or at least that's my understanding so far. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm sure someone is going to watch this who has, had negative experience with the update, but I kind of liked it. Again, I understand that, like, enemy HP was too high, or the boss HP was too high, and the run felt slow. Increase the damage modifier of your clones. How often do the clones pop up? So this is a Monkey King thing. Every 10 seconds, 2 energy orbs with opposite day and night alignments will appear, and only one may be collected. Upon collecting 6, I summon 6 clones. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. I don't think I ever want Leviathan. Increase the chance, Increase the multicast chance of your clones. Holy words, Batman. I did Rolling Boulder last time. I mean, you guys didn't see that, but I saw that. I don't think I really want it. I would like Lightning Surge. Increase your movement speed and it causes all your other skills to apply daze temporarily. Okay, let's try that. We're gonna be a fast Monkey King. A fast Wukong. But let's see what happens, because like I said, on that I was doing Curse 4 and all the bosses did not. There was one boss at a time, which felt a little bit slow, to be honest. Seismic Shock slams in the target direction with massive force, causing damage divided equally among all enemies hit. You get prowess and resistance. I wish this had hover over. These are new buffs you get. That sounds pretty cool. I'll take 1 level of magnet. Can I see what those buffs do? More details. Oh, I can press Q here. Prowess gives 10% more damage every stack. That's good. And resilience increases armor. Electrified is a new thing, I think. Whenever you cast a skill, consume 20 stacks and release lightning. It deals heavy damage, applies stun. Okay, sure. Cool. All right, yeah, it's a little bit different when they're all spawned at the same time versus one at a time, but I think that was what made my run so long, was that because they all spawn one at a time, it basically just took forever, and it didn't really seem too difficult. I think the biggest thing I've noticed is it seems like there's less meteors and there's less shrines, although at the same time we're almost dead already. Can't help but notice. I will upgrade that damage. We go light beam or chain lightning. Light beam's historically incredible. Yeah, I mean, I will say, for like a new beginnings patch, I don't know how much of a new beginnings it is. It's very much still Soulstone Survivors. If you liked it before, or if you didn't like it before, I don't think it's going to change your opinion of what's going on here. But it did add quite a bit of content and new skills and reworked old skills and systems and whatnot. So it's possible that you like the idea of it and maybe didn't just jive with the way it felt before, which I was at the point where I wasn't at max difficulty, just because like it was all about just getting out of the way of stuff. All right, we have maxed out our stuff. I'm going to just go ahead and go to power-ups now. We're gonna reroll because those all sucked. Skip active skills, please. Cast frequency and potency buff from lightning surge. Sure. Getting movement speed and a chance to apply daze seems good. Did we summon clones? I really can't tell. The Monkey King also does have his own skill tree, or passive tree, that I've only, again, put a little bit into because I didn't have, you know, I played one match with him, right? I would take attack speed. I guess up the crit damage of my clones. Maybe that's one of those I should just reroll. Reroll if it's not rare. I'll take 30 max health. 30 max health did not give me as much health as I thought. I know it's like a proportionate health gain, but I was expecting a little more healing. All right, I would really love to be able to get rid of some of these bosses. Easier said than done without dying. Polarity shift for each skill you have that's electric type. Increase the modifiers of skills without the electric type. That's a whole new thing that's in. It's like buffing for like having hybrid builds. I kind of get the intention of what was going on here. Like they're trying to set it up so that you don't lean into one damage type the entire way, which ideally would lead to multiple different like build types or more build variety. I don't know if the numbers really panned out for that, and I think that might be what caused like some of the negative feedback, is that people feel weaker than they did before. And basically anytime you're playing one of these types of game, any type of power fantasy game, ARPGs, these bullet heavens, anytime you get like heavily nerfed, people are gonna respond negatively. And I mean, a lot of that's always just, you know, it's just, you know, the people with the biggest complaints are the loudest, right? So I don't think it's really as bad as everyone said. However, multicast. However, I can see some, you know, obvious problems with losing power is never fun. I will admit that. And I think a lot of it is, again, not stacking debuffs on enemies. Also, it looks like, I haven't read all the curse multipliers, but it looks like the bosses that we've already killed have turned into ghosts that are still attacking us. So that's great. I also dodged into that meteor, which was, quite frankly, I impressed myself. I think I saw one comment on Reddit that was like, it would be cool if the damage counter, or like the kill counter, to summon the next set of Void Lords continued while you were fighting the Void Lords. That one I might kind of agree with, because you have to spend so much time like getting out of the way and dodging and whatnot. And then once you actually get to it, I didn't really want to take more of that. All right, more damage there. I'm gonna Spanish Magnetic. We don't need that anymore. Nimbus damage, sure. You end up spending a lot of time fighting bosses, but then you have to go back to this part of non-boss fighting, which is like fine, but also like a weird in-between part. I still wish they get rid of death. I think that's the most annoying feature in this game. I really don't get it. Did I summon shadow clones? I think so. My Naruto jutsu. I don't know. It feels like, honestly, like playing this, it feels like more of the same, just like more content to me. I think this does feel better than what it was previously. To me. But again, I wasn't like, I was a known non-enjoyer of max difficulty Soulstone Survivors. And that is what we're playing right now, so... Well, I think it's max difficulty. We have this 8 up here. Danger level 8. I don't know how I even turned that up. I don't know if that's a new thing, or if that's something that was like... You have to win a certain number of runs or something. Maybe that was implemented in some patch that I didn't play. All I remember was the curse levels, so... Could be more to it. I still, this game has a lot, there's a lot of, to the skill trees now. There's a lot of runes. There's a metric ton of abilities and achievements to unlock. I think the visibility is better, but let's be honest here, it's not incredible. Even if I was to turn down my skills, like... The amount of red circles on the ground is still pretty ridiculous in comparison to another game. Okay, we died. It's a thing that happens. Crit damage. I would really like crit chance. I'm gonna banish move speed and block power, and then reroll. All right. I feel like upgrading our clones just isn't really great. Maybe the Monkey King ability is just not very good. It feels like so slow. Like every 10 seconds, 2 energy orbs pop up and you have to get 6 to trigger it. So it goes every minute you get this ability. And like, how long do they last, right? Like, I don't know. And is it they last till they die? And if they last till they die, then you have to have like a summoner build for them to even be useful. And at that point, like, why are you even worrying about it? And I don't know. Sometimes you get abilities like that. They're just like, it sounds cool in theory, but then when you like start putting it into play, it's just kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe there's meta progression that you can reduce the cooldown of it. That would not surprise me at all if that's actually a thing. Because, like, I'm pretty sure other characters have similar things where in their skill trees it'll improve their specific unique ability. I feel like there's no way we're gonna actually win this run, by the way. Increase the potency buff. Okay. Battle stance. Increase your critical strike chance against nearby enemies. That's new and quite cool. It's a large amount of crit chance. It's a very small area, but pretty often are you adjacent to someone. I've also mixed up our build here. We're not like doing anything specific. Trying a bit of variety, spice up your life as oh shit. As the Spice Girls would say. I was gonna say like a specific Spice Girl, but then I thought, no, I think they all say it. I feel like I should know. My sister watched that movie about 1 billion times when we were younger. It's like, well, oh, Jeff, what do you want to watch? I don't know. Mix it up between, like, whatever. Sister, what do you want to watch? Spice Girls movie for the 7 millionth time. Yeah, sounds about right. All right, damage. Duration of lightning surge. Well, that would mean it's permanent. Okay. I can agree with permanent. Also, it's possible it stacks. I'm not sure yet, though. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about like this update. I want to hear like some positive, negative, whatever feedback you happen to have. And if you don't like it, I mean, you don't have to play it currently. You could play the older version. But it's just, there's so much in the genre. I think the older version definitely needed some upgrades, so even if this maybe wasn't it exactly, getting on the right path is probably a good idea of some type of massive upgrade. I know they've put a lot of work into this game. What I want to know is when the Rogue Core, Soulstone Survivors, I think it's Rogue Core. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I don't know. They have a roguelike version. Like, this is obviously like a Survivors game, but they have like I think a more proper like room-based roguelike. Based off this whole like system, because I think that's what this was supposed to be originally, was like the prologue was supposed to be like, oh, let's trying out all these abilities in this format and see what people think of it, and use that for the roguelike game. And then the prologue got so popular that they just made this game. Attack speed up, a reroll for higher stuff. I don't understand this. I thought all upgrades were supposed to be the same rarity. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm thinking of a different game. Man, my brain is not working. Like, I know that's not true. I don't know what's happening. Kinda wish the things didn't have shields. All right, he's got to be about to die, right? All right, now we're at like calm time. We can chill out. Well, I do see one problem here, right? We're 14 minutes in, and we've done 8 of the 20 lords. That's not great, I would say. I'd like AoE, but I'd like to not take common upgrades if I could help it. Yeah, previously you would definitely want to be finished with the run by now, right? Like, if I'm recalling correctly, like, not only the bunch of achievements were locked behind winning in under 12 minutes, but some were like under 7, right? And then I don't know, it's been so long since I did achievement hunting for this game because when it came out, I got like everything. I had like all but one. And then, you know, it added a bunch and I haven't kept up, right? But yeah, 15 minutes for 8 lords is kind of rough. Obviously, this is a weird, funky build, right? But even that, if we end up with 40-minute runs, I'm not about that for sure. And I'm using light beam for God's sakes. Light beam, like, or holy beam or whatever, like, at least what used to be the most notoriously busted spell in the game. Does it not? It does apply exposed. It's exposed the same. Okay. I mean, if it's still applying exposed, that's pretty good. They just make the bosses XP sponge or HP sponges. There's so much going. Okay, there's at around 40, it felt a little better with how much, a 40 curse level, it felt a little better with how much was on the screen. All right, sorry, I had a phone call and then I accidentally muted my headset and I couldn't hear what was going on, so that's why there was like gonna be a weird cut in the video there. But yeah, the bosses feel like they have a lot of HP here, and I don't feel like I'm doing an appropriate amount of damage. It feels like it's easier to avoid damage, but it's harder to do damage, maybe. Cast frequency. I really want bigger area. Polarity shift. For each skill type of electric you have, increase the modifiers of the skills without the electric type. So 8% crit chance to all of our non-lightning skills. Okay. I mean, that's a lot. For sure. I'm also using a rune that adds part of our crit chance to crit damage, which is pretty nice, but all right, I think we summoned some guys. We definitely did. Let's see, are they just... What are they actually doing? They're just getting killed? That's... that feels bad. All right, Monkey King's ability feels awful. I will definitely throw that one out there. I don't really like being negative in my videos, but holy shit. That's bad. I summoned them just to die. I guess they taunted for a few seconds. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like we're about to get worked here. Oh, let's get out of that. We're also definitely taking less damage than we used to, right? Like, I think previously we died to some of this stuff. I like the idea of the game not being as punishing for getting hit, because of if you're gonna throw so much on the ground. I think that's a good change, assuming that's what's actually happening here. But the enemies should not be, like, proportionally also taking that much less damage, which might be what's going on. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I think what I really want is this game with all the numbers like toned way down, but still all the abilities and everything. into like some Binding of Isaac sort of format. Maybe just like bigger rooms and more enemies. But where it's not, you know, auto cast and this, where you actually have cooldowns, where it's more like ARPG, but room based and whatnot, which I feel like is what they were working on. But this game kind of took over the dev time. I don't know. It's a weird spot for me. Because when you break it down, what are you doing in this game? You're running in circles. We're running in circles here. And we're choosing upgrades, but I don't feel like after my, you know, skill choices, I don't feel like I actually have a lot of, oh, this seems really good. Yes, I would like to increase their size by 50%. I don't feel like I have a lot of like meaningful choices to make. And I think I've talked about that a little bit recently on other videos where I've been checking out like different newer roguelikes. I think the biggest thing that what's made games like Brotato so good, just to shout out one game, is mid-run meaningful choices. I think this game has more like out-of-run meaningful choices with your like setup, with your runes and skill tree and whatnot, and then actually like combining those with your in-game stuff. But the upgrades just feel like numbers go up, which might not be my ideal game. I think that's just not for me. I know it is for some people, and I think that's kind of maybe what got taken away, is that number number went down instead, and that's not great. Maybe that's the reason. All right, I'll take an extra dash and a death. Like, I'm sure if I was to sit down and spend some time, like, what's the most degenerate bit? Whoa, we just took a bunch of damage. If I sat down and, like, spent some time figuring out the right builds and whatnot, I could come up with something, you know, that clears this pretty consistently. But I still think it would probably take longer than it used to. I don't know. I also probably not meant to play max difficulty with a character who hasn't... Oh, look at the ragdoll. I don't remember that. That feels new. That's funny. I like that. We reached Monkey King level 50. Got some money here. Yeah, so we lost to the third set of Void Lords, and that took like 30 minutes. That's kind of rough. We have 19 points in our skill tree. So let's put some points and see if we increase the movement speed of your night clones. Cast frequency up, sure. Increase health regen by 1. Oh no, we want this. We want this upgrade for all my characters. Extra armor is good. Oh yeah, so we spent a bunch of passive stuff on clone upgrades when really they're not like really a big deal. Unlocks the following rune. Every time you cast a skill, you have a 10% chance to gain prowess. Well, that seems... It costs 1 runic power. Well, that seems incredibly broken. Increase the damage modifier of all your earth skills by 2%. Obviously, you always go towards the global resources, which I don't have enough for because I'm out of crystals. Fantastic. And then I can craft this new thing if I had more 10, apparently. The Trickster's Boomstick. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still at 239. I have 298. Okay, this is how much I played before, is that I have like everything. That's not like skill tree related and whatnot, but like feels kind of weird. I never did a Beastmaster in under 12 minutes. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is I don't have the urge to come back to it. Like, so hopefully they figure something else out, because this is like kind of wonky. Also, you should be able to hover over here and see what it does, because not being able to do that feels not great, I would say. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this update. I'm torn because I think it's a little bit better, but I don't think it's enough better to bring me back to the game, sadly. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye.